I've seen some information that's brought me to a curiosity that possibly my family doesn't really know what the fuck's happening to me. I'm not convinced, but there's a chance. Because they've always thought I was crazy and paranoid. I mean, they don't ever believe me when people are messing with me anyway. And even if they were, they wouldn't pay attention to it anyway. They're just like, oh, well, because it does not affect them directly. Unless I lose my temper. Which sucks, but I mean, it's a difficult thing to have to deal with. I'm still curious if any other people that are targeted by the harassment, like, get the weird code thing. I erased a bunch of my videos to start over because I wanted my channel to be a little more, I don't know, pleasant. And I babble on and get sidetracked too much. But the code thing I'm talking about is that, like, I see a different like, if I read a sentence, I will see other sentences in the sentence or actual full paragraphs in just one sentence. Like, I don't have a way to show it right now, but I will upload another video showing what I'm talking about. Because, like, people talk about a lot of weird stuff in the organized stalking and electronic harassment shit, but, like, not like the stuff I've experienced. Now, I know each person's, like, situation is tailored to them specifically, but people never talk about the really weird shit. Like, well, the customized programming thing, like, when you see stuff on TV, and, like, people say they think the TV's talking to them, but I don't think that's really what it is. What it is I think you're sensitized to stuff, and then you see stuff on TV, and it triggers or causes a reaction in your mind and your emotions. Because, like, for the fact of the matter is, if you watch TV, then I personally don't watch TV very much. I watch SpongeBob with my cat and a few things here and there, but I think TV's lame. However, if you watch TV, then you know everything's a rerun. So, like, if somebody's, if whatever, whoever's, like, causing your issues, if they already know what's going to be on TV, like everybody does, because you can just get a TV guide, or in the newspaper it will tell you for, like, what's coming on for the whole day or the whole week, then they already know ahead of time what it's going to be. And if they can subliminally make you think things, or however they sensitize you to certain things, they can do that previous to the time when it will be broadcasted and put on TV. Plus, I always see stuff on the news on YouTube and stuff on YouTube that comes up that, like, correlates with things that I'm sensitive to or things that have happened to me. I don't think that's that hard to do either. Because, like, you know, YouTube and Google can, like, put up ads that go along with, like, videos that you watch and things that you search. So I could imagine that being really simple to do. However, I have seen things that I'm just like, this is only for me. But that's just the way I feel about it. It's just a personal opinion. Like, it's not really just there for me, because, like, who does that? I have seen some pretty crazy shit. Like, I've seen billboards that I had a weird reaction to, and, like, used to have a Beamer, and now every time I see a Beamer, to me it's just like, oh, they just park those over this way and have them here because they're close to where I'm at right now. Also, to the harassers, if you're going to try to harass me with a Beamer, try to get a little bit closer to the one I had. I mean, I know it was a hard-to-find model and all, but, like, if mine was used, there's got to be other used ones out there. I know you're not going to find them with the same racing stripes and all that shit, but, like, you could burn the emblem or something, like mine was melted, or, like, at least make it a CI. You know what I'm saying? Try a coupe with the same colors. Where's the damn Land Rover? Still no Land Rover. Also, I'd appreciate a couple more helicopters. The airplanes are really fucking lame. Like, sorry, not into airplanes. It's not my damn thing. Airplanes are cool, just the helicopters are more entertaining. Also, if you want a piece of me, you always know where I'm at. And, like, honestly, I really don't think the Fed started all this, or it's anything that I've done, because why have they not, like, I called the FBI over a credit card issue. I didn't tell them I was being stalked or people were following me around or anything. I didn't tell them nothing like that. All I told them was like, dude, I can't use my card anywhere except at the ATM. Hotels have told me I've been red flagged. I'm curious, is there something you need to talk to me about, or am I on some kind of list that I can do something to rectify the issue? Do you need to talk to me? And they were just like, sir, if I were you, I'd just calm down and look into identity theft. Then, like a couple of days ago, somebody called me about a Visa card with really good credit and wanted to know if I want to start another card. And I'm like, I've never owned a Visa card. I've never even owned a credit card. Never had one. I have a direct deposit card. That's it. And like, so I know something's up with my shit. Not sure what. And like, I tried to call the company, or I tried to call Visa, and I tried to call the banks where I thought that, and like, they pulled up information that there was actually a Visa card in my name. So I know that was a thing. But also, like, my old deposit card and my food stamp card got stolen a couple of years ago. And like, my first email got hacked. And people, it's still being used. It's still being used even after I closed it. You got to go through a lot of effort to close down an old email. A lot. It takes forever. But I went through all the process and said it was closed. And like, I can't even get onto my file on the internet for my card because every time I call, it hangs up on me for Direct Express. And like, the only time I ever actually got to talk to somebody, they wanted a new email, and I told them, I was like, dude, I don't have a new email yet. And like, I know a whole lot of phone calls I make are redirected. And like, I don't think people really, I don't know about other targets, but like, if you are a person involved in this situation, you have to understand how easy it is to redirect a phone call. They have machines that do that shit automatically. They've had them since back in the day. I'm guessing around the 70s or even maybe the 60s, they started doing that for like police doing undercover work, trying to catch people in the mafia and like crazed protesters and stuff. They monitor people's families' phones and stuff like that, and then just redirect them. Like, every phone I touch does that. Every one. It's out of control. And this is just a random thing to everybody. Like, if you're sick of people living off your goddamn taxes and shit, number one, don't cause them to have to be put on government assistance in the first place. Number two, don't deter them from work or make work more difficult for them while they're working so that they can't functionally add back into the system. And number three, if you blackball anybody, you don't get to cry about shit. Fuck you. For real. Some of us actually want to work, but we also have enough self-respect that we're not going to put excessive effort in the thing. Because, bitch, I ain't got shit to prove to nobody. If you don't like the fact that your taxes supposedly go to people that are on disability, even though as far as Social Security is concerned, like, people have earned that. You think they've been on it for so long that they're not paying for it, and it's all your tax going to it? Fucking cry to the government about it. Cry to the people that make the taxes about it. Because guess what? When people supposedly moved to America, it was for freedom of religion and to get away from the fucking taxes. You don't have a right to be mad at those people. You need to be mad at the motherfucking government and take it out on them. Like, if you don't like the way I live my life, take your own advice. Things that bug you, just ignore it. Pray about it. Do something else about it, because I don't care. And the other people don't care either. They don't. They care to the point that it emotionally hurts them that you think that they're lazy and all that shit, but it's your opinion doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth. Your opinion doesn't mean it's the truth. It's just your fucking opinion. And I've heard that from multiple people. I even used to brag about it. I used to always tell people, I live off your taxes and I don't have to work, because I was pissed off. I was pissed off that I couldn't get a job. There's lots of people that can't get jobs that want to work. Like felons have issues getting jobs. Like, any kind of anything you have that is considered a disability will automatically give you issues getting a job. Like, people have this thing about equality for work and all that shit, but that's not how it really goes. Because somebody owns a business, they have a right to choose whoever they want to work there, and they can deter anybody they don't want from working there. That's just how it is. Like, some things are out of your control, and you're just bitching to the wrong people if you ain't bitching to the government. Because even the people you're bitching to have no control over that shit. Fucking get over yourselves. Stop making it hard for people to get jobs. Stop making work harder on people because you think they need to pay or work hard and prove themselves. Because you're not fucking important enough for somebody to have to prove themselves to you. You may have been taught that shit. You may have even been coerced or forced to think that you had to prove yourself to somebody. But nobody has to prove themselves to anybody because they're not that important. Nobody is. And if you're a target of harassment or you're on disability or something, don't listen to people. They're stupid. They have their own opinions that they think are important or not. If you're not really a lazy person and you've made efforts to do things and they just didn't work out or whatever, fuck what people say. People are fucking stupid. Or they wouldn't think and bitch about that shit in the first place. People that complain about that kind of shit are brainwashed into thinking that shit. Because they're weak-minded and make no effort to do the research or fucking find out any kind of information about that shit. I was weak-minded and totally naive to the shit. That's why I talk shit about it all the time until I actually found out the truth. And then I felt like a jackass. I felt stupid because I talked a bunch of shit about some shit I didn't know nothing about. And that was my bad. That's all on me. But later on in life I found out about it. Thus I felt like a dick. And well, I should. It was my own fault. And anything anybody lays into you about as being a disabled person or somebody on disability or SSI or as a target of harassment or whatever, just before you let that shit affect you or make you think bad of yourself or think that you fucked something up, do some research. Check some shit out, man. Like, there's always information. And also, before you go believing in anything, I would recommend that whatever you do believe in, if you have strong beliefs about things, I suggest you search things that will debunk that. Because I used to be big on conspiracies and all that shit, and most of the shit I was into is just bullshit. For real. So, check out some debunking stuff. Check out non-biased research. You can't look at stuff that just agrees with what you think about things. You know, I know people that hate on weed all the goddamn time and have never put any research into it. Like, absolutely zero. And they just hate on it because that's what they were taught their whole life. It's bad. Just like I grew up in a religious house, they hate gays. I used to be a total homophobic, gay bashing bastard. I met a gay dude that was super nice to me all the time, even though I called him a fag to his face on a daily basis, and I was an asshole to that dude. Total asshole. And you know what? He was so nice to me, he got me a job, made sure I had a place to stay a couple times when my homies were out of town and shit, helped me with tons of stuff, always cut my hair till it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm being an unreasonable dick to this dude, and I don't even know why. Thank you, Princess Dwayne. So, like, yeah, just when you believe things so strongly that they affect the way you treat other people or that they affect the way you live your life, I really suggest you look into some non-biased research and some debunking shit about it. But don't just look at one or two videos or read one or two articles. Like, put some serious effort into it. Don't just believe what people tell you. Don't just believe what you read, and don't just go along with things that you agree with. That's called being stupid. Anywho, like, as somebody involved in the harassment thing, not everybody knows, I guess. Like, I still believe that the majority of people that I think are involved because they just say and do stupid shit all the time, and I catch them up slipping all the time. So either they're just dumbasses and say stupid shit all the time and they're fucking retarded, or they really don't know, or I'm wrong. Either they really don't know and they're fucking stupid and I just catch them slipping all the time because they backtrack and they lie about everything in general, or they are involved and they're a bunch of fucking liars. But to that point, I've had people that were involved and had to do the sensitization shit, and they also let me know about some fucked up shit going on. They pointed a few things out, like, look, man. And other people have told me a bunch of times, like, dude, you're not fucking crazy, dude. Like, that shit happened. Like, I've been with people and they've pointed some shit out, like, yeah, dude, I totally saw that. That's not just you. Like, that happened. So, like, keep an eye out for that shit and just don't buy into everything, because that's just not, it's not logic, it's not legit, it's not mature, it's not responsible, it's not intelligent, and it's not productive for anybody at all, including yourself. Don't be toxic to yourself. You want some toxic shit? Fucking come out to Ohio and get yourself some of that Lake Erie water, because I guarantee it's still radioactive. Thank you, Perry's. Also to targets, I hate calling people targets. I don't know what else to label it as. Targeted individuals is stupid. Gang stalking is like the dumbest label of anything. Sounds like some fucking old crybaby people like, oh god damn it, they're ganging up on me. I fucking hate that name. It's dumb. It's organized stalking and harassment. Community-based stalking. It's not gang stalking. Like, I know motherfucking gangsters. I know real gangbangers, dude. Gang stalking is just a dumb name. But anyway, if you're involved in it, like, oh shit, see, I was going somewhere with that, and I got all frustrated about what I was saying. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, I encourage you to travel. I do. They tell you not to move away because the shit will follow you, and it absolutely will. Like, I've been across the entire country. From the East Coast to the West Coast, baby. All the way, and it's fucking everywhere. But do you want to be somewhere having to deal with this bullshit where you've been forever? You only get to live once. If you're going to be fucking miserable, you might as well get to see some shit while it's going down. And there's always the chance that maybe your situation isn't as bad as mine, and you might actually find somewhere where you can start over and be productive, or at least stable for a while. And like, I don't know, I didn't get to run into anybody that wasn't really involved or saying some dumb shit, because like I had to GPS everywhere I went, so they'd be there ahead of me anyway. But I also knew it was going to happen anyway. I already knew before I left. So like, I mean, I think you should give it a shot. Intern, that is only my personal opinion. I don't know what people's budget's like. I fucking have hardly no money ever. I barely have enough money to get by month to month ever. It's how it's always been for me. But it never stopped me from going on little quick adventures or going and seeing some shit I wanted to do. Like, I just didn't have money to spend on stuff that I wanted to do. Like, activities that cost money and shit. And like, not all the people that are involved that do the sensitization are going to do you really dirty as fuck. Like, they may do some shit that makes you uncomfortable and fuck with you, but they'll still kick it with you and stuff. Some people, though, are dangerous. If you like to party, be careful about the shit that you party with, and make sure that everybody else is taking the same shit you're taking. Like, if you're smoking some herb, make sure they smoke that same herb. Make sure they take the first hit. Don't take the first hit anymore unless you're the one that packs it. Make them hit it first. If you got alcohol, keep an eye on your shit. And that's just everybody. That's got nothing to do with people involved in the harassment thing. That's just, you go anywhere and you got alcohol, keep an eye on your shit, man. People get slip shit all the goddamn time. But they be putting shit in your food. And they will slip shit in your drinks. Like, I used to think the poisoning thing was just a paranoia thing until it happened to me. Well, not poisoning, but drugging. I've been slipped some shit, for real. Problem with that is I used to do a lot of drugs, so I could actually tell. Like, I knew. I was like, man, like, this isn't alcohol that's affecting me like this. This is some whole, what the fuck is going on? So, like, be careful, peoples. I would say try to stay positive, but that's just some overly optimistic, like, unreasonable, cheesy shit. This is my cat. Oh my god. Ugh, get off my guts. Ugh. Thank you. She stepped on my guts. It hurt. Like, you just, man, use logic, people. You want to pray about it? That's fine. But, as far as the religious thing goes, like, you can be religious about it all you want, but what you need to be doing while you're being religious about it is looking at things that are actually happening in front of you. I personally don't believe in God anymore because I don't fucking see God. Doesn't mean God's not there. But what's happening in front of you is people are in front of you. Vehicles are in front of you. There are machines around and shit. Like, if electronic harassment wasn't real, Michigan wouldn't have a law against it. You feel me? And like, I do recommend people try to do their best to stay healthy. But I'm not going to blow a bunch of fucking smoke up your ass and tell you, oh, just stay cheerful and pray to God and everything will be fine and God will protect you, because that's fucking bullshit. You want to know what I think about God protecting you? Ask those people at that church that dude shot up in Texas how well God protected them when they were praying and he was unloading in their church. I bet every single one of them was on their knees praying for that shit to go away, and it totally didn't work. For real. Like, it's cool. You want to believe in God, that's fine. You want to be religious, that's fine. If that gives you comfort, that's okay. But you can't use that as an excuse or a reason or to dictate every damn thing you do. Because that will ruin your life. You only live one time. Once. If you believe in the afterlife, that's fine, but fuck that. What you need to be worried about is what's going on right fucking now. And what's going on in the near future. Don't be playing. Everybody's like, oh, what's your 5-year plan? Well, fuck, I don't fucking know. And neither do you. You know why? Because you don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. Nobody does. Not even the crazy elites that people think rule the world and shit. They don't even know what's going to happen in 5 years. They know what they have planned. Like, what do you call it? Astronomers? Is that what you call astronomy? Yeah. Astronomers know what certain things will happen in the future due to cyclical patterns of things in outer space. Like, people know what's going to happen from season to season. But nobody really knows what's going to happen in 5 years. It's cool to try to make a plan, but that's fucking dumb and it's a waste of your goddamn time because you're just going to have to keep changing it like a fucking major while you're in college. Think logically and reasonably. Be safe about things. Be cautious. Don't be overcautious and super paranoid because that'll just suck the fun out of life. Like me personally, I talk shit all the time because I'm not afraid of any of these jackasses. If they're going to shoot me, they're going to shoot me. Fucking so what? Do it. Put me down. Like, I can't, if you're going to do it, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? My luck, I'll get shot and not die and just be even more miserable and in pain and shit for a while, but that's beside the point. Like, the stance is from everything that happens, you don't know when you're going to fucking die. Like, you could be driving down the road, get in a car wreck. You could be walking down the street and have a random meteor fall out of the sky and hit you in the face. Something could fall off of a plane. You could get a disease. You could get brain flukes. There are little bugs that get when you eat food and they get in your brain and chew away at your brain and make you go completely insane and then you just die. You could have a heart attack. You could have a stroke. Well, there's all kinds of stuff that could happen to kill you. That's why there was that saying, live every day like it's your last. And I used to live by that until I had a budget issues and shit, or I wouldn't be sitting here making this fucking video right now. But think about that. Everybody, just think about it. You live one fucking time. Just once. You should not be so concerned with what other people are doing. Unless you're a target of harassment because other things that other people are doing are most likely affecting your budget and your vehicle and your health and shit like that. But even at that point, there's most likely a pretty good chance there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it anyway. I suppose you could pray about it. But fucking, you know what? Jesus didn't pray for people. Jesus fucking helped people. Jesus didn't go to church. He trashed churches. Oh, a church, synagogue, whatever. Just the one that I'm aware of. I don't even believe Jesus was a person, but like I'm just saying what the Bible says. I would encourage you to help other people, but everybody I've come across that needed my help supposedly was a staged situation. You can tell who's full of shit by the way they talk. People have tells. They call them tells when you play poker and stuff. Like, people have little tells and stuff. Like, I suggest that you study up on being able how to tell when somebody's lying or not. Their body movements and stuff, little gestures they do, the direction they look when they talk. Like, you can tell when a motherfucker's lying. It's really not that difficult. Lie detector tests are technically bullshit. Like, one of the electric lie detector tests, they're bullshit. They're not real. I didn't know that. I believe that they were legit for a really long time until I saw something explain why they're not. It's just like the dog thing. When the cops come to your car and they have a dog sniff it, they can signal that dog to bark and act like there's something in your car. You don't have to have anything in your car. They can just signal that and then drop the shit in your car when they're supposedly searching your shit. Like, there's a whole bunch of shit that's bullshit, and everybody just buys it. I don't fucking buy it, man. I'm saying. So if you got strong beliefs about certain things and other people are iffy about it, you should look for debunking theories or look at non-biased research or non-biased information. Non-biased information. It's hard to find non-biased people anymore. And it's really, really hard to find non-biased information. But everybody's situation is tailored specifically to them. But anyway, I'll upload another video at some point in time with some light in it so that like you can see what I'm talking about the codes, because no one's ever said anything about it. I haven't been able to find anything about it on the internet. It's super fucking weird, and it just started happening to me a couple of years ago, and I have no idea why. It doesn't happen all the time, but like when I show it to you, you're gonna be like, damn. Or you're just gonna be like, that dude's totally crazy. But I see what he's saying. So like, dig it. I'm out.